facility is going down here for traps and not going to be a Stargate opening. That's definitely leaning towards what you're saying, Artie McTosis.
Yeah, that's an Immortal push.
Yeah.
That's not even the right build for like a DT-based Archon drop. Of course, there are some builds now where you just go later DTs and you just trick them out, but yeah, I'm not at all surprised to see this. I think this is the strongest build for the map.
Yeah.
And the fact that I literally can't remember games where this wasn't the build must mean something. I watch a lot of games.
When I ask you that question, I'm just like, what is he going to do? Like, is there something other than the Immortal push? No? Okay, my suspicions are correct. Okay.
Do you think he'll make probes this game? Like, yeah, you need them for your economy.
Yeah,
Not too many, though, because you're going to 2-base.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You do need the money. The Immortals are quite expensive. Yeah, good call there. So we do see the Dark Shrine on the way here for Trap, and Serral will have to rely on Spore Crawlers until that lair is done. So won't have any mobile detection otherwise, or any detection in general. Ling's just running by. They see the Immortal, so it definitely needs to be worried about. He's getting a lot of roaches up right now, but as you mentioned, Artosis, in a minute or so here, detection is going to be a big question in our mind. Blink as well being researched here for Trap.
Well, the lair is just finishing now. He's warping in 3 Dark Templar. He has 1 at home. Okay, let's see it. There's no detection, Maynard.
No, the Spore Crawlers, or rather the Observer sees no Spore Crawler here in the natural. He's going to split the DTs off.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is going to be a good number of drones, I feel.
And having a DT at home is really going to mess us up as well. Look at that. He's forcing this gigantic attack to turn around. Tons of damage already being dealt.
Great strategy here from Trap, really paying dividends. He's got 9 drones already, potentially more on the horizon here. As he just starts to get the detection, the Observer goes down, but this DT is still hacking and slashing away as a fresh throw to the third base. Serral taking so much damage here. Great move from Trap.
This was really worthwhile. Like the fact that you get 14 drones, tons of lost mining time, a couple units here and there, and you force Serral's attack to turn around, which gives you time for Blink and +1 to finish as well as more Immortals. I mean, I guess DTs can always do better. It can end the game sometimes, but that was really good.
That was very, very good. So advantage Trap here in the early stage of the game. Serral's economy not dire. Oh, not again. No, this one shouldn't be killed here. Force fields and the rest of those units protecting that Immortal from the Lings. Comes down to seize a third base attempt here. Not really anything in position to stop this.
Very annoying little set of Lings right there. So great job by Serral, but I don't think he'll be able to get this, right?
Yeah.
Not right now, at least.
Dark Templar coming back. Still no Spore Crawler here at the third base, and that Overseer is up in the main, I think. Yeah, there it is.
Oh my gosh. This is serious damage, man. Like another 3 drones and lost mining time. Trap continues to gain value. In the meantime, is getting more Immortals, getting charged. That third Nexus is coming up. Serral, no fourth base in sight. Okay, so a lot of Banelings being morphed. Baneling speed is going to be finishing up here. Psystorm's not quite ready yet, but I think it will be. Yeah, it's going to be before we get a full engage, I believe, right? He's got about a 7-second window here. And he's going to get it. So that's actually really important. In the meantime, another DT harassing.
Hallucinated Colossi here, just give me a little bit of vision over the brush.
Oh my god.
Oh, these Force Fields and these Archons looking to try and punish the Baneling count here of Serral. Force Fields also starting to stop that retreat. He doesn't manage to cut into the Roaches. Nice Storm there from Trap. Very nice Storm. So many dead Banelings there.
Yeah, he needs another couple good Storms here, though. This looks kind of all in from Serral. He really needs to get something done. The Banelings starting to connect, but on Immortals.
Yeah, the Immortals can take a lot of Baneling hits there, and they do weather that that run through of Banelings. Some of the Biles doing a little bit of damage there, but Serral is actually making a bit of progress. He actually cut through a lot of the army supply of Trap there.
Yeah.
Most of his army being reinforced is Lings, which isn't incredibly powerful, but considering there's like a kind of an or like a lack of anti-Ling defense here, not that many charge lots, only a few Archons.
Yeah, it feels like he definitely does need some more Archons, but of course the Ravagers can start to do damage at that point. So I'm getting a bit more nervous for Trap, for sure, yeah.
Wow. And +1 has been done for a little bit here with these Lings and these Banelings. DT on the left side trying to get away from that Zerg army and try and find some harassment, but he might need those for Archons here as Serral is once again attacking in. The Banelings looking for that cluster of gateway units. The Stalkers blink back. Serral's army right in range of that third Nexus, Artosis. Yeah, he's got some units coming in from the high ground as well.
Look at this, a lot of Immortals though, so they are doing their job fighting here. Some decent juggling out of Trap, although not perfect, and he will live through this once again, but the Lings doing a ton of counterattack damage.
They ran through the natural while Trap's attention was split, and they have done critical damage to the economy of Trap. They're in the main base now. A cannon here going to slow them down, the charge lot as well. Definitely going to make things a little bit harder for Serral, but he's target firing down the probes. 22 of them have gone one down. Oh man, nice stuff from Serral. His economy isn't amazing, which is the only reason why I think this game isn't over. You know, Serral has a sub 60 drone count, doesn't really have a secured fourth base roll just yet, although it's starting to look a little bit better now. But that run by really put him ahead.
Well, right now I'm not sure what Trap is supposed to do to recover at this point, which is really weird because it felt like he was leading for such a chunk of this game. But he's got his good upgrades, right? He's got Charge and Blink. He's getting a lot of High Templars. He still has a good amount of Immortals. It's just, if he hadn't lost that 4th Nexus, I'd still be feeling all right about him.
And he's saving some High Templar here for Storms. He really needs Storms here against this big number of Ravages and Banes. Storm there on the front line does get quite a few Banelings.
Yeah, that was a very good one. Oh my god, those Biles, what? Amazing Biles connecting there. Trap missing that split.
It's unfortunate. Trap doesn't have a whole lot of mistakes left in the tank here, Aptosis. If he keeps doing this, Serral is absolutely going to start to walk away with this one.
What do you think about this Spire, though? There's like already a Blink upgrade. There's a lot of High Templars. There's some Archons out there.
I actually really like Spire against High Templar because you can use them to snipe the High Templar and force out Storms, you know, back on their army rather than on yours. So the mutas definitely can work, and Serral looks like he's going for a big muta switch here. He's got... okay, does throw the cancel, but look at that gas bank, and Serral starts 15 Mutalisks, Artosis.
Oh my god, 15 is a serious number.
Yeah,
that's your big boy muta pants.
That's when you're buying a ring for these Mutalisks, Artosis. You're going to bring them home to show them to your parents. That's how much you love these Archons.
Yeah, that's really important. Okay, some Stalkers being warped in over there. Don't forget, he has +3 attack, so he will kill mutas reasonably quickly. He has a couple batteries here. Of course, that is so many mutas.
There is, and there's 7 more on the way as well. Trap doesn't have enough on the ground to stop them either. And now the probes are going to start to feel the pain here of these flying worms. Oh, man.
Well,
Trap very all in here. This needs to kill Serral right now or he's out of this tournament.
This is a base trade, no matter how you look at it. Oftentimes, Mutaling turns into that, and that's what Serral has gone into now. Let's see. I mean, if Serral can kill off all the Nexuses, he could force Trap to turn around.
Certainly can. Neither player has that much of a bank. He's recalling some of his army here. Some of these Storms are available as well. Goes to the main base to try and stop this base trade from going terribly wrong for him.
Well, I mean, that's a lot of size Storms.
It is.
It's an Archon, so you can't really be too aggressive with the mutas, I guess.
Decent Storm there on the Lings, slowing things down. The Ravages on the low ground with a lot more Lings here. The brunt of the Mutalisk flock also here for the Zerg. Serral, I think he might just come home and try and erase this army.
Yeah, that's a lot of Archons, though, right? And I think he split his army quite well. It's a very difficult proposition, though.
Storm's going down there. God. The Mutalisks sniping those High Templar, so they do go down, and Mutas do regenerate quite quickly here. The Immortals also taking that damage from the north, while the Lings have really been thinned out. The Ravages and the Mutas still showing a lot of damage from the skies.
Okay, well, if these Immortals can trade with those, the Ravagers at least, it's really just mutas left, right? He has 3 Ravagers and 16 mutas, and that's the army. So the 16-0-0 mutas are not the scariest thing.
You're absolutely right, and there are a good number of +3 attack Archons here, especially with that Prism to juggle them around as well.
Okay,
this actually might go well for Trap if he can catch these Mutalisks. This will be huge.
Well, with the Prism, you can kind of juggle against. You got to be careful though. If they dive on that Prism, get the Archons, that's some big value. But he needs to also kill the other bases. Serral's even expanding again right now.
Well, Trap's on 8 probes, Serral's on 32 drones. So there is technically still an economy for the Zerg, even though it doesn't look that great.
What does he have for production buildings? Does he have a pool still? Does he have a Roach Horn still? Like, okay.
He does, okay.
Baneling Nest, but no pool, so we don't care about that so much. He does have the Roach Horn, that's important.
I mean, a good number of Roaches definitely will help him here, right?
Yeah, anything. Well, he needs to kill the Archons, right?
Certainly.
The Archons are basically the scary thing because his army's almost all mutas.
+3 attack Archon, but a lot of +2 attack Lings. They do cut through it and kill it. And that's actually a relatively decent trade for Serral there. Still darts in, really hitting that probe line. Oh man, Trap trying to remake those probes, but losing them so quickly. Spawning pool nearly done for Serral as well. So once again, Ling Bane back on the menu for the Zerg.
Do you think he can split his army right now, like leave 2 Archons in the Prism at home and send everything else? He doesn't know about the bases. This is getting rough.
Yeah.
He knows about 2 of the bases, it looks like.
It looks like the Roach Horn being remade for Serral because, you know, without creep, that will eventually die.
Yeah.
And he's remaking the Spire as well. Okay. So, this is like a rock and a hard play situation for Trap.
Yeah. All these army splits are the hardest decisions ever.
And it's potentially tournament-ending decision as well. The most stressful decision-making period is right now here for Trap.
Yeah. But he needs to be active. If he doesn't go, Serral's going to start macroing again. The game's going to end.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a bunch of roaches being made. He's actually upgrading +1 ranged attack at 20 minutes with no main or natural.
Normally that doesn't make sense, but
Here it does.
you had to be here for the first 20 minutes of this game to
Yeah,
put
for
2 and 2
sure,
together
for sure.
there. All right, here we go. Trap is being active. He's coming across the map. He is down quite a bit in army supply. His army does hit very, very hard. There is potential here for Trap, but it does seem rough. Here he goes.
Okay, yeah, he definitely has to micro this correctly. The Mutas can't fully engage if the Archons are kind of clumped.
I think he's got to dive for the High Templar here with these Mutalisks. He's got to get those High Templar out of this bowl of units so these Roaches and Ravagers can just clean up everything else.
I feel like what he needs the Archons gone. The Mutas kill everything without the Archons there, right?
That is true.
So the Archons, I feel like, are the crux, but you can't snipe them. Because if the Mutas come in, you storm, and then the Archon hits, kill the Mutas. If you run in with the Roaches, the Immortals just kill those, right? This is a tough army to engage, but look at that. That's a lot of units.
It certainly is. Down go the Storms there to the north side. The Mutas and also the Ravagers eating a lot of bad weather.
Wow.
But that is too much Zerg on the dance floor. A Trap is out of here. Serral, your next semi-finalist on the other side of the bracket.